Am I like, oh, I am? Okay, sweet. We live, y'all. Good morning, good morning. Well, is it morning? Let's see. 11:15. It's still morning, kind of. Look at my hair. What a hot mess have I got going on here. Anyhow, there we go. How is everybody? Oops. What's today? Blah, blah, blah. Share Bear! Hi, honey. Good morning. How are you? What are you up to today? Woo! I want to go for a run, but I want to see what was up with everyone. I'm super stoked because the sun's out. Well, for a second, it's not really. There's a lot of clouds, but I'm going to go for a run, which I haven't in like 3 days. Pretty stoked about that. What have you got going on this morning? Or is it morning for you? Oops. Oh, here we go. I'm not very good at this yet, but we'll get there. 1:15 a.m. or no p.m., right? Here we go. Where'd my chat go? Gosh, I'm a bonehead this morning. Illinois. Oh, wow. Actually, my battle buddy from basic training was from Chicago, the Windy City, right? So cool. It is a slow morning. I'm so hungry. I'm just trying to take my mind off eating. I'm doing like the OMAD, 1 meal a day still. It's like a lifestyle choice at this point, and it's killing me. I sip some like, oh, you. I want, I make peanut butter and joes, which are English muffin, toasted in the air fryer, and then put peanut butter and jelly on it. Peanut butter and Joe, you know. I'm down. What kind of jelly is the important question, though, because it says a lot about you. Do not tell me grape. Ah, I knew it! I'm in your head, Share Bear. I'm in there hardcore. I actually don't mind grape jelly as long as it's a good one. Because when I was young, I remember my grandma made me take that NyQuil. No, Dimetapp. Tastes like grape. Ruined grape flavor for me. Have you ever tried apple butter? Maybe that's just like a redneck thing. I don't really know. It's so good. So how did it all turn out at the dentist? Were both kids cavity free or no? Good morning. Hey, how are you, Joe? Apple butter is bomb, right? Joe, have you ever had apple butter? Yes. Is it a redneck thing? Because like a lot of my Hispanic friends are like, what kind of butter? Oh, I thought it was zero. Hey, kids will be kids, right? What are you gonna do? Okay, well, that makes sense. My grandma was from Texas and she made it, so that makes sense. Okay. The Hispanic friends are like, we don't do that." Do you really? I know, right? It's probably my favorite, one of my favorite things ever. It's so good. Apple butter is like a good name for it because it's so buttery. Good. What was up with that weirdo in our chat yesterday, you guys? Thank you for taking care of that for me, Joe. It was bizarre. Learn something new about you every day, though, Joe. You just keep getting cooler. You're like an onion. You got to peel back those layers, but not too deep. You'll get a head wound. Right? I know. I need to get some too. I'm so boring today. What'd you find? What is that? That sounds interesting. Oh, did you really, Sugar? Just something you came across and tried? What's that noise? Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. You need to do it on one of, on a video so we can hear it and see it. It's so cute, so cute. That'd be awesome. I want one now, Joe. How'd you find this thing? Oh, wow, that's so cool. Is it like an antique? No one can tell you because they're all deceased. So dumb. I'm so dumb today. An idiot stampedes? Does that mean the idiots will stampede? Are you stampeding over the idiots? Because that could go either way, really. Let me check on my dogs. One second. You guys being good? Okay, they're good. They're good. It's cool. Gosh. What do you got going on today, Joe? Taking care of your mama? Anything exciting? I'm so hungry. I'm just trying to take my mind off eating stuff. I'm trying to lose like this last, well, I want to lose like 18 more pounds, but all of my friends are telling me that's ridiculous. So at least 10 more pounds. But man, it's like the hardest. Oh, do they live in Illinois too? Or are they out of state? Do they have to travel? I figured that from your last video. I was happy for you. Well, thanks, Joe, but that's not exactly the worrisome part. I carry all mine in the booty in the in that area, and I don't know. It would just be nice to find pants that fit my ass and my waist. Hi, zombie. Thanks for coming. It's so good to see you. How are you not blue? See if I can fix that. I mean, you need a little wrench. Let me throw a wrench in your day. Bam. There we go. There we go. All right. What do you got going on today, zombie? You know what? It's funny how like family 30 minutes away might as well sometimes be like 300 miles away. You know what I mean? Because it's so close, but yet it seems so far. You know, I have a cousin here in town. He lives across town, but I'm like, oh, I'd have to drive on the freeway without my dogs. So I haven't gone in a few weeks to walk with him. And the reason I want to lose 18 more pounds is because something happens when you turn 41 and all of a sudden you're like, oh, where'd that weight come from? No, I gained a bunch of weight when the pandemic started. I was thick in the depression. So I ate my feelings and your feelings and your friends' feelings and your dad's feelings. I ate everyone's feelings. Mostly it was an ice cream. So since July, I've lost 23. I want to get down to 100 again. 77 and sunny, you lucky. I'm going to run because it's like above 60 today. And then get my dogs for a walk. No, not yet. I'm already crazy. At least once a month for a few days. Gosh. I'm sure it's not far off. Oh my gosh. I always know because I get like a pimple and then I just cry over every freaking Hallmark commercial. I'm like, there's a dog. I don't remember what movie it was, but the man didn't have enough money to buy his date and himself dinner. So he ordered French onion soup and she got a steak. And I remember crying tears. All he got was soup, French onion soup. It wasn't even creamy. Yeah. It's like, man, I try to just stay to myself and not try to throw hands. Spandex, thanks for coming. How's the weather where you are? I bet it's kind of beautiful, yeah? I'm getting ready to go for a run this morning. The sun's like poking out between some clouds, and I'm going to take advantage of it. My dogs need a walk. We got one yesterday, but it was rainy. MO Transformers, how are you? Thanks for coming. How's your day been? Bam, let me throw a wrench in your day. Yeah, I'm in Chico, California. Yeah, I know. I should check my email more than once every 3 months, but I'm going to sometime. I swear to you. Ugh, I'm so hungry, guys. I need to go on a run just because I'm so hungry. I think it gets rid of my appetite. But yesterday we went for a walk in the rain. Unfortunately, I screwed up. Oh my gosh, Tommy Chong? Dude, I will never look at Cheech and Chong the same again. I wouldn't have thought that. Everyone, if you haven't already, I think everyone here has had the pleasure of making friends with Zombie Force. I think he knows everyone. MOT Transformers. And my new friend, Spinetix, loving his stuff. His his generated music videos with the animals are my jam. Like guilty pleasure of the week. I'm stoked about it. You know what? This is gonna piss you off a lot, Joe Morgan. And then I'm gonna drop it because I don't want to get into anything political. But I think I have the right because I served, okay? Um, I was in the military and I lost some of my hearing shooting big guns, and I got arthritis and all that junk. So I think that I can say I have always been one that was like, when guns are outlawed, only outlaws will have guns. But have you seen anything true crime lately? Because at this point, I'm like, we're acting so ignorant, the people that have the weapons right now, that maybe we don't deserve that right now until we figure out what we're doing. And I'm sorry if that pisses you off. And I'm going to be a jerk and say, let's change the subject though, because this is too beautiful of a day to have an argument like that. This is a channel for happiness and sharing pets, but I respect everyone's opinion. It's cool if you disagree. That's kind of what life's about, right? Be pretty freaking boring if if we all agreed on it. What fun would that be? I'm sorry, guys. I'm not the greatest at this yet. You'll have to bear with me because I have kind of bad vision and I'm just kind of a goof. Hey, let's not bark, bud. Hold on just a second, guys. I need to check on my girl, okay? Sorry. Nobody. No barking, please. Find your manners, okay? No more of that. You don't need to be acting like that, girl. I'll give you a snack, okay? No, we're gonna go for a walk in the field, baby girl. Good job. Yeah, sorry, guys. I'm still here. No, the husky is not the unruly one. His sister is. Lola is a beast. But you know what? It's so cute. The thing is, Dakota has special needs. He has seizure disorder, and he had a very long seizure the first time, a little brain damage. And oh, Melly Dons, thank you so much for coming. It's so cool to see you. And so Dakota, he has neurological issues since then. When he drinks water, it's like the last gulp. He forgets to swallow it, and he walks off with it in his mouth and just leaves a trail. And when we got Lola, she never acted like that. She's completely clever and normal. Hi, everyone. Thanks for coming. But she loves her big brother. And so she learned from him, monkey see, monkey do. When she drinks water, she decided she wants to be like him. And she does the same thing now. So you can never have dry socks in our house. So how is everyone? Oh, so nice to see you. Thanks for coming, guys. Kind of an impromptu thing, but we're digging it. So I had an exciting morning, though. I woke up to make coffee this morning about 5:30, I'd say. I slept in. And we didn't have any water pressure. And I was like, that's weird. So I flipped on the porch light, and man, it was pooling water, and I could hear like a bubbling. Oh, very cool. So there was a water main break here in our new apartment. So the dogs got all muddy this morning. We had to get maintenance out here. It's all good now, though. The water's back on and everything, but certainly was an interesting morning. Exciting. So got me up and around nice and early. Oh, that's just awful. Please. Oh, that makes me too sad. I can't even. It really messed me up because we got Dakota. It's a long story. They brought him from another state because my friend was going to sell a puppy to me. It was there during the pandemic, and I lost my basset hound. I was extremely heartbroken kind of sent me into a tailspin. You're secluded, there's no one around. I lost my job, and then my bestie passed away. It was just heartbreaking. My friend was going to sell me a husky. She said for 250. I wasn't looking for any specific breed. I just wanted a friend. I couldn't get into rescues. There was nothing, everyone was locked down. So she told me, I think 200 or 250. And I waited for, I think, 10 weeks, I want to say, because they planned to mated them, waiting for the pups. Then when they were born, she called me and was like, yeah, did you want to make a deposit now? And I was like, well, I'll just pay you in full. She goes, oh, okay, 750. I was like, man, I can't with a good consciousness pay for a dog, $750. I just can't do it. I mean, I could have afforded it, but I would not have felt right about it. So I didn't. Oh, thank you so much. Duke was so cool. So I ended up, a friend had someone coming in for Thanksgiving. They were driving from cross country and their husky had just had puppies. There were two left, Dakota and his brother. And my friend got his brother and I got Dakota. And we had no inclination that anything was going to be wrong. But that's what you get, I mean, we couldn't look into the breeder. Everything was closed down. And he was about a year old. He had his first seizure and I didn't know what was happening. I freaked out. I was home alone at night. It was terrifying. And I ran down to my neighbor, one of my very good friends. It was like, please come, Dakota's dying. I was crying. It was really a disturbing thing. And it was a really bad seizure. We worked for like 2 years trying to figure out what would work for him because medicines are really expensive. And if you take your dog off of an anti-seizure medicine, they convulse and they die pretty much. They will die. So not only are they really expensive, but they only work for about 33% of dogs who start them. That wasn't something I was willing to take a chance on if I thought anything else could work. I found out that a lot of huskies have a zinc deficiency that can lead to seizure disorder. So we started him on that. I was making all their foods, making sure he got enough zinc, and they just continued. So about 2 years ago, I was researching, couldn't come up with any good statistics on CBDs. Scientifically, there was only one. However, there were a lot of personal people that were like, this worked great for not only my child, but my dogs. So we just started putting him on a high dose of CBD 3 times a day. And his seizures went from like clockwork every 30 days to he will have a seizure every 3 to 4 months. The seizures are way less severe. They're way shorter in frequency. They're just way easier on him. So that's how we deal with it. It's just really scary. My honey, actually, the second time Dakota had a seizure, got too close. It was totally our fault. We didn't know what we were doing yet. We were playing it by ear, trying to deal with them. And he got too close. Dakota grabbed onto him when he freaked out and ripped from here down off. I had to call 911. He got rushed to the emergency room in an ambulance, emergency surgery. It was a big deal. And I had to be like, okay, we know this wasn't the dog's fault. The dog had to go onto like a 10-day hold just in case, make sure it didn't have, rabies. It's just standard. Even though they said this happens a lot, you'd be surprised. And I had to be like, okay, I know that this wasn't the dog's fault, but I can also see my honey just being like, you know what? I can't. I don't feel comfortable. So I told them, I was like, we can rehome the dog because I totally understand if you're not comfortable with them. And he was like, are you ridiculous? That's our boy. His brain misfires. He can't help it. It was my fault. So we've had to work through it. It's been an expensive and terrifying ordeal. And now that we finally have it under control, I just pray every day, honestly. But we're really lucky to have him. The CBD is the only thing that helps. And you know what? Honestly, I wear him out every day. We hike, we walk, we go until he's so exhausted that his brain kind of, evens out. I really believe that that's been a big part of it. I think no matter what your dog's problem is, almost behaviorally, a long walk every day will greatly diminish any negative behaviors, whether it be, chewing up your stuff. They're doing that because they're bored. What whether it's, they don't socialize enough, just get them out, get their brain spinning, get them physically working, mentally working. A 10-minute walk is amazing, even on, you know, the smallest dog. So that's what we do. Now I don't have any like scientific data, but I know that it has changed our Dakota's life very much. He's a little silly, but he's perfect. And we wouldn't, if we could go back knowing what we know now, I would absolutely still take him home. I love him to death, just as he is. Widow, good morning. Hello, darling. You always make my day. KB, are you not? Oh, I'm sorry. You guys are too quick for me. You definitely should be blue. Definitely. I'm throwing wrenches at you, okay? I'm not good at this yet. Bear with me, guys. I'm so slow. I'm getting better, though. And if anyone has a problem with this, just say, hey, don't, and I won't. No pressure here, okay? Good to see you guys all. I'm always shocked anyone gives a gives a whistle what I have to say. You guys always just make my day. I'm kind of feeling myself today because the sun's come out for a bit. Oops. I can't wait to go running. Ooh, does anyone else here like to run? Or is it just me? Geshini? Is that how you say it? I messed that up, didn't I? It's awful. I know. I'm sorry for that. I am. So if you don't mind, can I ask? I know that Melly Dawns, if you guys have not checked out her channel, Willadina is so cute. I go to her lives. They're so fun. If you haven't seen Willadina when her daddy gets home, you're missing out because it's probably the cutest thing I've seen in days. You guys should definitely check her out because she's awesome. And Widow, if you guys have not checked out The Widow's Diary, artist and poet, dude, she's like my sister from an unknown mister because this girl she's really smart. She's capable. Ooh, I get goosebumps just talking about her. She's an engineer, artist, really an artist, poet extraordinaire. Check out anything of hers, especially her morning beats, I call them, because they're like better than coffee. I wake up to them on my TV on YouTube. You did have that is such a cool name, Rose Quartz. I'm a little bit fangirling lately on Lisa Vanderpump because she does so much good work for the dogs. She's into anything pink. So Rose Quartz sounds like super fancy and it's totally applicable for the thing. Let's see. Right here. Just because I heard that it's like really good for keeping away negative thoughts and whatever. I don't know if I subscribe to that, but why would I not, right? Can't hurt. So pretty too. I just feel, man, they're just so sparkly. I could not believe it. I'm an old country girl too, okay? So that's maybe why I love you so much. Too fat to enjoy it. You know what? I'm not going to say I particularly enjoy the running part. I enjoy when I'm done running, being accountable to me. Like, I enjoy my run the most after it's over on a day I really didn't want to run, because I'm like, geez, I did it. I always think to myself, okay, if you want to get the stuff that's hard to get, you got to do the stuff that's hard to do, right? So if I want to lose that last 10, 15 pounds, then I need to do the stuff I don't want to do. Does that make sense? I think weird, I know. Thank you all for coming. This is so cool. If you don't mind, if you have a pet, just so everyone can kind of get introduced to each other, would you mind writing your pet? What kind of pet or its name? Because I just love that. And I look so stupid when I run. I'm not even going to lie. I'm like awkward. My nickname when I was growing up was Crash. Now it's Mayhem, like that commercial. Hey, it's me driving your car. I'm a teenage girl. Watch out for mayhem like me. This is a true story. I was holding a 2x4 in my bare feet, trying to drill a pilot hole. It slipped and I drilled a hole in the bottom of my foot, had to back it out. And I swear to you, a piece of like skin came out in a curly Q like the would. It was so nasty. And I don't do blood because I have low blood pressure. So I grabbed a bottle off the counter, I took a shot, and I covered it with a blanket until everyone got home. 'Cause I'm such a dork. So yeah, country girl too. But I don't look good running. I don't particularly like the running part, but I love the endorphins that I get afterwards. I love the accountability. I love the results. I really love the endorphins. It's way better than coffee. And trust me, I have arthritis in my spine. I was diagnosed when I was like 21 in the military. It helps with that, even though the jarring is bad for you. I just feel so much better after I run. Like, man, I can, and well, then I always like walk my dogs really far. But still, I feel like I did something good. So even if you just run to the end of the road and back, I promise you'd like it, but you don't have to. You know what I hate? I hate when people are like, I want to run with you. And then they want to have a conversation. You're like, you can't breathe. You got hair in your eye. You're trying not to look like you have an extra leg and you're tripping on yourself. And they're like, yeah, so I bought a new shirt the other day. And you're like, I really don't care. I'm just trying to get oxygen in. Sounds mean, right? Well, whatever works, Joe. Whatever floats your boat. Oh, APBT. Oh, you have a Beagle Terrier mix? Oh my gosh, that's so cute. And I heard about the kitty. Oh, 4? Oh, wow. I could never. No. Wow, that's a lot. 4, I couldn't. 2 is a lot for me. Sometimes I'm like, I can't. I guess it's easier if you don't smoke. That's true. That could hurt. Yay! So cool. So I messed up. I messed up. I've never had a female dog before just because I think honestly, I never realized it, but I had a problem relating to women. I know I told you guys that. And when I got a female dog kind of by accident, um, it was quite an experience. But the whole heat thing, it is hard to deal with. We didn't get Dakota fixed because the prospect of putting him under just doesn't sit well with me with his special needs. And so I thought that we had another month and a half before Lola came into heat. We had just moved, big expense. Our rent went up substantially. So we were going to get her fixed this coming month. And dude, she just came into heat. I feel really bad about it. Don't come for me. Well, come for me. It's my fault. I messed up. So we're going to have to try to make it through this heat without letting them get stuck doing the thing, doing the wild. So Odin, that is so cute. Thor, those are awesome names. Lady Parts Trouble. I do. I will actually share my email. I don't have a problem with that. Some of you already have it. But don't get mad because I get anxiety and sometimes I don't check it for days and then I do check it. So just don't expect timely response. And yes, it's stupid. It's a stupid email. My cousin gave me this nickname, Jojo Potato Head, and it just stuck. So yes. Let's see if I can pin it. I don't really know how. I'm just doing it as we go. God, I suck at this. I do. I need to say nicer things to myself. I'm working on that. I really need to. I don't like that. Oh, that's so cool. Thanks, Zombie. Anyone who would like to, you're more than welcome to email me. I love it, actually. I mean, I do enjoy other things that sometimes can be combusted, natural plant parts with heat and flame and brought into the lungs. Things that make you a little snacky, a little tired, a little goofy. But that's it. So that's always, a negative. That bong, ba bong, bong, bong. So I wanted to know anyone who's ever had or has female dogs. First of all, I don't think Dakota gets it. He gets stupid, he gets drooly, And he's like, doesn't eat for like a week. He's like, just drooling. And he's like, I can't hear you. It's super annoying. But he doesn't, I don't think that because she's tried to get the D before. And I was like, no, trying to keep them apart. He's like, she's trying to mount him. He's trying to mount the face. He doesn't understand the logistics, I think, because he's so special. I thought they would inherently just know what to do. But is there, how do I say this? Is it safe for me to take Lola on a walk without her bottoms on when she's in heat? Or do I need to be worried that like random dogs are going to accost us if they're stray? She's very assertive. We call her Big Rhonda sometimes because she's a beast. Oh, I don't know if you can see this. Yesterday, see this purple area right here? She tried to go outside with her britches on. She was running, not listening. I tried to grab her britches to pull them off, and she took off anyway. My hand got hooked, and she yanked it into the door frame to bark at the neighbor, and it hurt. But dang, she's just so ornery right now, too. I will be accosted? Oh, geez. So she shouldn't be going for walks right now. Oh, that sucks for her. Poor thing. Okay, thank you. How long does this typically last? Is it like a month? Does anyone know? Or does it vary? Because I looked at so many different sources online and it varied and I thought I knew what was going on and it came quick. It said like once every 6 months, but I'm thinking for her it's been more like 3 times a year, maybe 4 because it sped up a little. Oh my God. You got dog undies for her at Harbor Freight? Because I am obsessed with Harbor Freight. It's my favorite. And I'll go down there. I'll take my electric scooter over right now. Every 6 months? I must have just misjudged it, man. Now I feel awful because I'm hoping that Coda really won't get it. So I don't know. We're just going to play it by ear, but she's not going to get to go for a walk for quite some time. She's such a B-word when she doesn't go for a walk. Yoda the best! How are you, my bestie? I really hope that you had a good start to your day today. Oh, really? I'll check out the Humane Society then. That would be amazing. We just thought we had another month to pay for it, and damn, we were tapped out after the move. And because of all of our furniture our old unit flooded, everything got flooded in our unit with sewage, and we had to replace everything that had like everything with fabric, our box spring, our sofas. Ugh. Everything, all of our furniture had to go. It was awful. We even had to rip up the carpet because our old landlord wouldn't respond, and it was awful. Yoda the best. I love you so much. How are you, bestie? Oh, wow. Just let it happen if they get stuck together? I do not want puppies. I don't know how to handle that all. I've never. Hold on. Sorry. Lola, find your manners, girlfriend. That's not okay. Hush. No barking. I love you. Sorry, guys. She's so verbal today. She knows better, but today I give her a little grace. You're bad. What's wrong? My landlord was too. We rented from him for 9 years in the same unit. He had no emergency services. He lived 4 hours away. He owned a plumbing company. He drove a Porsche and he drove a Lexus. And for 3 days, we did not get a call back when we had sewage pouring into our unit. 3 days. We could not even turn off the water because it was a water main shared illegally with our next door neighbor who had a disabled mother and a disabled son. So we had to let it just keep pouring in over a 3-day weekend. Everything was destroyed. It was awful. And he gave us like a $600 credit finally for everything that was destroyed. We had to rip out the carpet ourselves. We had to wipe all the walls that became moldy. And he never replaced the floors. We had subfloors for 5 years, moldy plywood. He sold it, and the new people evicted people on that side. They remodeled this unit that was empty, and they offered it to us. They remodeled it with us in mind because we really like them and they really like us. And our landlord, the company that they own is a maintenance company, property company. Amazing. The manager of their office also has a dog that has seizures, and we kind of bonded. She's so sweet. I'm sorry you're struggling, Yoda. I sometimes struggle really hard too. And all you can do is fake it till you make it sometimes and just make it through one more day. So just know that so many people here are thinking of you and wishing you good things. Okay? I really think that maybe you just need to. I hope that you have someone you can talk to in person, because I think that that would be cool. If you could just maybe, I don't know, family member, sister, or something, just tell them, hey, I'm struggling. Maybe even at school, maybe there's like a counselor that can talk to you and just between you guys. But until you're strong enough, we're here for you. And you can always come to our lives and say, hey, because we love you. And we're all praying for you. Okay? Well, you can talk to us, right? No, Yoda. Yoda's underage. Yoda's not going to drink because that makes things worse. Trust me, okay? Don't start doing that. You want to find how to be happy in real life, right? Not only when you drink something. And anyway, you'll have a headache the next day and you'll hate yourself more. Yoda, you know what? It took me like a long time to realize my own worth. So we're going to work on that if you don't mind. Just you and me, okay? But you know what I do when I get really bummed? Don't ever say mean things about my friend like that. You're the best. I don't have friends that are worthless. Okay? I have friends that are awesome. Yeah, that's because your body's used to it, Joe. You basically pickled yourself. You can handle it. You've been through a little more. You know what I do when I get really down? I cuddle with my dog and think, oh, you know what? You know who loves me more than anyone? My dog. So there must be something pretty cool about me, right? Dogs are smart. They're really smart. They know when someone's no good. They know when someone's sweet, when someone has their best interest at heart. And they're very picky about who they choose to be their person. And you're clearly Yoda's person. Yeah. No, you're not. Well, if you know why, then what you need to do is figure out how to make that part better, okay? Because I think sometimes when people cause themselves to have pain, it's because the pain that they're feeling inside is so uncontrollable that it's like the only thing they can control is that pain. So it takes their mind off the pain that's inside. But I think if we just thought a little more about the pain we're feeling and why we're really feeling it and fix that, we wouldn't have to do that. That stinks. I know how stress can be, right? Because I tend to shut down and hide out. I think the best thing you can do, at least for me, the best thing I can do when I'm stressed about something is admit it. You know? Because like sometimes the fear of something is worse than the something, you know? The one thing that I've learned, no, don't say that, okay? Don't say that, please, because you have to take care of Yoda. Okay. Here's the one thing you can do is realize that whether you let yourself stress on it or not, it's going to turn out the same way. So don't waste your energy on stressing about it. Deal with it when it gets there. And if you can't, I know there's someone at your school that you can talk to, whether it's a vice principal, a guidance counselor, the school nurse would be a really good place to start. And if you just don't feel comfortable talking to someone, ask your mom, ask your dad, ask your grandma, you know? Just tell them you need to talk to someone. It's not a bad thing. Talking to someone is probably the most helpful thing I ever did. You do. You just don't trust yourself yet. And I think you'll get there. You got to trust at least one person, okay? See, that's when things think about like, have you ever had a splinter in your hand? Like a little piece just under the skin, and it's like it hurts and it's red and it gets all poofy. Like if you could get that splinter out and deal with it, then your hand would heal. The longer it's in there and you ignore it, the more painful it's going to get and the bigger deal it's going to be. Does that make sense? There's nothing wrong with that. To be vulnerable is the best feeling in the world because you realize you can talk about it and nothing bad's going to happen. It's not going to get worse, you know? You talk about it and it loses power over you. I promise you. That makes sense. I know that you're afraid, but we're going to have to talk about this because I need you to be okay. You need to get okay. Let's not talk about it right now. But do you have my email, Yoda? Because I want you to email me. Okay? Sometimes when I'm not having the best day, you know, I could use someone to chat about it with. And there's got to be one person that you love more than anyone, even just your best friend maybe. But please, go to the school nurse, Yoda. Go to a guidance counselor. Okay? Just stop by. There are a lot of people who are so much smarter than we are that know exactly how to work through this kind of stuff, you know? They know exactly who knows about it, you know? Oh, footballer, thank you. Joda. Joda. Yoda, I love you so much, okay? I need you to go hug Yoda for me and think positively and find someone that you can trust to talk to in real life, okay? Because it's really important. And I'm really worried about you. And I don't think this is maybe the right forum for us to be talking about it on. I'm not saying that to hurt your feelings. I just think that you really need to find one person that one on one you can trust with this, that you feel comfortable with, okay? Because I really, if you care about me at all it could take is 5 minutes of your time. If you don't like it, you can leave, you know? It can't hurt, please. Okay? I'm going to go for my run right now, you guys. Thank you so much for joining the stream today. Yoda, I would really love if you could do a little writing to yourself today. You don't have to show it, but don't even think about it. Just do some writing. Let yourself get upset, cry about it. Then maybe you can think a little clearer about maybe someone we can find to talk with, okay? Joker face, thanks for coming. How are you? But if you always do the same things you've always done, it's not going to change. So you've got to try something new. You do. You just really do. I'm sorry. You've got to try something new because this isn't working, buddy. Love you, Zombie Force. Thanks for coming by, you guys. I'm going to get out of here, but please stop, okay? You've got to stop right now. You've got to try something new. I love you so much. Please don't make us worry. Yoda the best. I need you to go hang out with Yoda a little bit. Give him some love and hugs. Maybe talk to him if no one else, okay? All right? But it's not going to help in the long run, so. Oh, well, Adina, I'm going to go. I haven't seen anyone's things together, but are you going to be live later today, Melly Dons? Because I would love to see Willadina's nap in a little bit after my run. I hope you guys, you're the best. Why don't you join me there? Because I don't know if you've seen Willadina yet. She's adorable, especially when her dad comes home. And I know that I can never be sad when I'm watching it. So come over there and chat with us in a bit, okay? Oh, you're done? How about, I know that you'll probably be on tomorrow morning, so we're going to definitely be there. Okay? Yoda the best. Will you make me a drawing today? I would really like to see a new drawing if you don't mind. If you could make a video or if you go live, I will join you there. Okay, bestie? I love you guys so much. Would you please scratch your doggies? Give Willadina a big hug for me. All right, guys. Thanks for coming. It was so fun. I love you. Yoda, I love you. You matter. Have a good day. Bye, guys. Thanks for coming. Please hit like if you don't mind. But you don't have to.